Good evening. Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Nashua Board of Education and Human Resources Committee at the Nashua High School Boardroom. It is June 23rd at 5:36 o'clock, and I'm calling this meeting to order, and Ms. Raymond will do the attendance.
We have Ms. Giglio, Mr. Johnson, we have myself, we have a quorum. And we also have Mr. Baus and Mr. Posca, and we have a number of guests this evening, and I will just have them introduce themselves when they come up. I can read everyone's name into the record, but that's less fun.
Okay, that sounds good. Are we waiting for Dr. Andrade or not? No, okay.
No, we can start without him.
Okay. Mr. Baus, would you mind starting us with your update, your HR update? And thank you, your department's been incredibly busy.
Yep, so I'll dive right in just to the current job openings. So looking at the HR committee update, there are a total of 120 openings in the district at this time. Teacher openings equals 66. Breaking it down, elementary level is 30. There's 19 at the middle school level, and then there's 17 at the high school level. The school psychologists, we still have 6 openings. We have 6 SLP openings as well. Pairs, we're still working on the allotments for next year, so I'll be able to give you a better number in July at our next meeting. Food service, we have 17 openings. Plan ops, we have 18, but 15 of those are crossing guards. So the real numbers I look there are not real numbers, but the big numbers that I'm looking at are the custodians, which are there's 2 that we're looking for, and then there's 1 carpenter that we're looking for as well. Admin positions, there are 2 now because we're going to make a nomination for the one of them that are on this list, but we're still looking for the middle school special ed coordinator, and we currently have an opening for the special ed director. And then there are 3 secretary openings, one at Amherst Street, which I believe we just received the paperwork this week for that, so I believe that one might be closed once we make the offer. And then we have central registration openings as well, and then we're looking for a Schedule I accounts payable clerk as well. And that's the breakdown.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Ms. Raymond?
I always have questions. I have a bunch of questions. So does this 120, this is after we approve the personnel recommendations for tonight or before?
That is correct, yep.
After, wow, that's still quite a bit. And then for the central registration position, is that going to be the one that's located up at the portables at Birch Hill?
Birch Hill, yep.
Okay.
Those are pretty much full. They're going to be kind of moved with inter-district transfers. So we're going to move some positions around to fill those central registration positions.
Okay. And then I had just a couple other questions about the personnel recommendations. But I guess I can wait 5 minutes until we get there.
Okay.
Oh, and go ahead. Go.
With the elementary, how does that break down? Is it mostly teachers for classes or?
So I do have the breakdown here. Grade level, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grade level positions. We're looking for quite a few special ed, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 special ed teacher positions. And then there's ELL, reading specialist, music, art, kind of miscellaneous after that.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Baus? Okay, the next item on the agenda is, and thank you, Mr. Baus, and thank your department for all their hard work hiring. The next is, we're looking at a job description for language assistance coordinator. Hopefully, we've all had a chance to read it over today. Are there any questions about that position? Ms. Raymond?
Where will the position be located, like physically located?
I believe the plan is to put them with central registration.
Okay.
And we do currently have this position right now. It's currently under a different name. We're reassessing all our positions and figuring out who should do what. And this is kind of what this job title of this person already in the role is doing. She had input as well into this job description because this is what she's doing right now. So we do have a person in this role already. We are looking for another one for next year though.
Okay, so the intention is to keep the person who's doing it there now.
Yep,
and then to add a second position.
correct.
Okay. And then,
Oh, the second position won't be added till next year? Is that what you're saying?
It'll be for this upcoming,
this
yep.
fall,
And it was kind of included into the added 8 ELL positions that we're
Okay.
having, so it's a part of that.
Gotcha, thank you.
and which contract is this under?
This is under NASAS.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think it's a needed position, and I think that the need continues to grow, and we have to
We have to meet it.
meet it. We owe it to the families and the kids, so.
Do. Any questions, Mr. Johnson? Okay. Okay, next we have personnel recommendations, like a multitude.
We didn't
of-
vote.
Oh, we didn't vote. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it to
It's the
update,
heat, it's the heat.
is the motion to update it, or is it a whole new job description?
I would say update.
Okay.
I mean, it's bits and pieces of the old one, but there's a lot of new stuff in there as well, so.
I'm going to call it the updated language assistance coordinator.
Yeah, it used to be called the ELL Communications Coordinators when it previously was.
Okay.
And it'll be 2 positions now instead of 1.
Yep.
I mean, not an existing.
So we're approving basically for the job title, and then, I mean, we already
And the
approved. for
second position.
Yeah.
Can I make the motion since I wrote it down?
Okay,
So it was formerly the ELL
Communications Coordinator.
communications.
second?
All right, so I'll just say it out loud. All right, so the motion is to approve the updated job description of language assistance coordinator, which was formerly called the ELL communications coordinator.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Oh, aye, sorry.
It's okay, I'm zipping along. And then we get to the personnel recommendations, which are many pages long tonight, thankfully. Does anyone have any questions on those recommendations? Ms. Raymond,
I do.
I'm shocked.
Thank you. I'm super excited to see the number of nominations, so you guys have been really busy. Thank you so much for that. My question was about the salaries, and so I don't know all of the steps, but I was on the negotiating team, and so I see that some of the salaries are below what we negotiated for the new contract. Is that because the new contract hasn't been approved by the Board of Aldermen yet? And then at what point would we expect to see a reflection? Like the people who are being hired at a step 1, would they get the new salary June 1st, or do they have to wait?
Yeah, so I can answer that. Yep, it's exactly right. We're waiting for it to get approved by the BOA. I believe the reading is,
So I'll be leaving around 7 o'clock for the Budget Committee hearing. So all the contracts are on tonight's Budget Committee meeting, and then the full BOA tomorrow night. So it should get approved by tomorrow. And then, as Mr. Bowes said, that would go into effect August, the end of this contract, so the start of next school year.
Okay, so the people being hired here would be on the new contract with the new salary scales?
Correct.
Okay,
and I did, when I was making the offers, I did let them know, I couldn't give them the exact number because nothing was approved yet, but I did let them know they'll see a small increase or a big increase depending on what step they're on.
okay.
So they are aware that the increase is coming as well.
Will we need to vote on that again? Or is it okay that we vote on this and then it goes through because of the contract?
I don't think you need to vote on it again because you're already voting on the step that they're on. So
Right,
it's just
right.
going to the new contract once it
Okay.
gets approved.
That makes sense. Ms. Raymond, anything else?
Just procedurally, at what point does because usually the contract goes on the website, right? Because that's where I look things up when I have a question. At what point does that happen?
Once we get the official signatures on it from all the parties, then we'll get that uploaded. We'll have Tara upload that.
Do you have any sense on whether that will help with the recruitment for the other 120 positions? Because I know the custodians are getting a little bit more, the paraeducators will get more.
Yeah, I'm hoping it helps with special ed specifically. There's some language in there that kind of has some incentives for special ed teachers. So I'm really hoping that helps our recruitment for special ed, which is what we desperately need because we have 26 openings currently for special ed.
I should have asked this when we were talking about the contract, but at the time I was like, yes, we should just do this. Do any other districts do the special ed incentive payments that we have incorporated in this new contract? I forget what we called them, but
That's a great
differential.
question. I will look that up for you for the next board meeting. I don't know the answer to that.
I just want to put it like at the top of the job ad. Come work for Nashua, or you get a different.
Yeah, as soon as the Board of A approves it, hopefully tomorrow night, I plan on putting something on LinkedIn and blasting out the incentive.
Yeah, it just, in general, there was some districts that during the ESSA years would have signing bonuses, some kept them, and some got rid of them, so it's
it.
kind of a hodgepodge. We wouldn't be the only one, but
But we're the best.
well, we're always the best.
Any other questions? Yes, Mr. Johnson.
Just one thing is, I'm glad to see the a good number of substitutes moving into permanent positions as well.
Yeah.
That's good to see within the system.
Yeah, I also was happy to see how many, it seemed like a really big majority of these people already had the New Hampshire certification.
Yep.
Which was wonderful to see.
Yep, all of these that came through already have it. I wouldn't put anybody that doesn't have that certification.
Yep, so it's good. I'm looking for a motion.
Oh, I'll move to approve the personnel recommendations. Is the date still the 23rd? I know we got a new one, but it was the same day, right? Yeah, the 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And then moving on, we have 5 administrative recommendations tonight. So we're going to start first with, let me get my right sheet. of paper.
I just want to make a comment. Of the 5, 2 aren't here. The number 3 and number 4. Number 4, I don't know if you remember, but last year, we actually, we appointed her and then we made her a teacher so that she could get her certification. So I didn't have her come back because we already kind of talked to her and got familiar with her. I can certainly, if you want to, have her come back for the July meeting. But I figured you already kind of asked the questions for her last year, so I didn't have her come back. And then the number 3, I wasn't 100% sure it needed to go through the board for approval, so I didn't let her know about the meeting, so that's my fault. I will get her onto the July meeting as well.
Okay, thank you. So we'll just take them one at a time, and I see that there are others who are here tonight. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the recommendation to elect Jillian Cook to the position of Assistant Principal at Pennachuck Middle School at an annual salary of $91,200.
Can we invite Ms. Cook and Mr. Falzerano up?
We shall, yes. Would you like to tell us something about yourself?
Yes, is that okay? I'm Jill Cook. It's nice to see you all. I've worked in the district for 9 years. I taught at Pennachuck Middle School for 5 of those years. Last year, I was the assistant principal at Birch Hill Elementary School, where I was able to get experience in that role. But I'm very excited for the opportunity to come back home to Pennachuck and back to the secondary world with my people.
Any questions for her, Ms. Raymond?
I do. I actually have a question about Birch Hill too, because do we have openings now at Birch Hill? 2 openings in admin at Birch Hill?
No, just one.
That will not impact my decision-making because I trust the team to be able to make sure we have the appropriate administrators at the appropriate schools. I'm just curious.
We
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, last meeting, we appointed Alicia Prue Hansen.
As the principal, correct?
Alicia, if you're listening, I apologize if it's Hansen Prue.
It's Hanson Prue.
Hanson, okay, great. All right. So my question is about moving from elementary and back into middle school, which I saw as more of your comfort zone. Do you anticipate any challenges, or is there anything that you learned from working with younger students that you think can help you as you go back to working with the middle schoolers?
I do. I think one of the things I'm going to bring back to Pennachuck is that I worked at 5 of our elementary schools, which opened my eyes to the bigger district that we're all here for versus just seeing Pennachuck where I was for 5 years. I was able to meet staff, students, families across the district. I was able to I've seen the whole picture from kindergarten to 12th grade, which is really great to be able to see the growth of students and see where they're at. it helped me understand elementary. It's been a few years since I've been there myself, so you kind of forget what it's like for these young kiddos in school. I have some at home, but it was a good experience to remind myself to see even the difference from 5th to 6th grade when they come to us next year. They come to middle school and it's like, oh, you transition to all these different classrooms and you have to figure it out and walk from class to class by yourself. Don't forget to stop at your locker. And they're just so used to that safe one classroom, and it was a really good reminder of that for me, that I can help remind our 6th grade staff, which are wonderful people, and I'm sure they already know this, but.
Anything else? Mr. Falzarani, do you want to say anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, very excited.
I was happy to sit in on the interviews, so I'm happy to see you here tonight. So I'm still looking for a motion.
Sorry. I move that we elect Jillian Cook to the position of Assistant Principal at Pennachuck Middle School at an annual salary of $91,200.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Welcome.
Thank you.
We'll be talking about it again later at the full board meeting to get full board approval, but you're all set.
Okay. I was like, oh, we get to do
Well,
this again.
But you can stay.
yeah, you're welcome to stay until 9 o'clock if you'd like. But okay, next, we have a recommendation to elect Elena Higgins to the position of Assistant Principal at New Searles Elementary School at an annual salary of $84,000. And would she and her principal like to come up and join us? Here, please
Hello.
tell us something about yourself.
Hi, how are you? I'm very excited to be here tonight. So I've been teaching first grade for 11 years. I started my teaching career in Lawrence and then moved to the Topsfield, Boxford district, and I have been in Pelham for the past 7 years. After 3 years, I kind of moved into a leadership position and have been the team lead for quite a large team and large number of students for the last 4 years. So I'm very excited for this transition and to be a part of the New Searles community.
Any questions? Mr. Johnson?
What brought you to Nashua and specifically to New Searles?
Sure. Well, I am gathering that New Searles is a very tight group community and works very well with the families, and everybody kind of works together. And I'm definitely looking for a small community vibe where everybody is just there for the same goal and working for the same team and just there for the students. So I'm excited to get to know all of the families and all of the students and be a part of the small community.
Anything else? Ms. Raymond, you don't have a question?
I will ask a question, but I thought I'd let Mr. Johnson, because New Searles
no,
is
that
near
was-
and dear to his heart,
no,
the way
no,
Brook Hill is
We
for
both,
me.
we both had children who graduated through New Searles.
Yeah, I've had two come through New Searles, and I still have a connection to New Searles. I still do the yearbook every year.
That's awesome.
Even though we keep saying, no, we're done once we don't know the kids anymore. Nah, we keep on going with it. So, and I came to become a board member from being on the PTO at New Searles and being involved in that, and that led to me deciding to run for the board. So it's a very important school to me, and I'm happy to see that it's in good hands.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear that Ms. Kaufman has shared the parental involvement at New Searles, because I think it's very special what they've got over there. So my question, a lot of times I ask about parental involvement, but I'm not going to tonight because there's already an answer. So my question is about your philosophy on discipline when it comes to elementary school kids.
Yeah. So I definitely believe on meeting every student where they're at. I think every student comes to the table with, a new set of strategies and skills, and we're just trying to get to know each of them and kind of see how they work as little humans trying to survive in this world. I also think it's important to incorporate some SEL strategies into the classroom, and I'm really big on, different programs such as the Zones of Regulation, Choose Love, anything to kind of help those littles really manage their emotions, manage those big feelings, and kind of just helping them grow into not just successful academic students, but successful emotional learners as well.
Anything else?
Yeah, I just want to add, I did speak to the superintendent in Pelham, and his comment was, I've been waiting for for this phone call. So he wasn't surprised that we were making the reference check. He was more of who was going to call first. We were fortunate to have a conversation. I was having a conversation with Elena, and I was just really impressed with her knowledge around teaching and learning, her overall philosophy on student engagement and community involvement. So I think we're really happy to have her join the administrative team and the Nashua community in general. I think she brings a lot of value add to her position, both in the teaching and learning, but around school culture and continuous improvement. So welcome to the team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hundrade. I also had the
you.
pleasure of sitting in on her interview. I've been very busy with interviews lately, and so I'm happy to see you here tonight. Thank
you.
But do we have a motion yet, though, do we, or do we?
I will make
another
the
question?
motion.
Okay.
So the motion is to elect Elena Higgins to the position of Assistant Principal at New Searles Elementary at an annual salary of $84,000.
I will second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Mr. Johnson, I forgot you didn't have it written right in front of you.
He has his
I have a
iPad.
screen.
He's got his trusty iPad. So for the next two, even though they're not here, we need to go through the process of approving them, right?
Correct.
And then
Yes.
we'll get to our final candidate in the audience. Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to respond to the recommendation to elect Jamie Nato to the position of Work-Based Learning Coordinator for Nashua High School North and South at an annual salary of $85,000.
I'll make it or second it if you're making it.
Question? Of
course.
I'll second it.
Of course I have questions. So I guess my question is, it's not really a question, I'm just wondering if Dr. Andre can speak a little bit about how Ms. Nadu's professional experience, because I know a lot of it is outreach work elsewhere, fits into what we're looking for in this position. And I know she's not here, so it's not really super fair, but I was impressed by her resume.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background on the position is really to be more outreach of our CTE programs, reaching out to our business community, workforce development. So her background leads exactly into the vision of Director Talbert and I and Mr. Posca kind of have for our CTE. Really being proactive, reestablishing some community and business relationships. And I think, again, it's her background leads to really a successful model. So we're really happy with this candidate and really on the vision of where the CTE program is heading.
Thank you. Where's Ms. Nato going to be, Nato? Sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong, going to be physically located? And will she be working directly with students or mostly with like guidance and faculty?
Yeah, I think similar to Mrs. Talbert, she'd probably be between both CTE centers, and so that probably not one established office. So I think there's a lot of adult facing, again, setting up those business partnerships and then working with some students and guidance on what is their pathway and what's the best fit. So whether it's working with advisory groups, businesses, and then creating those pathways and then working with the guidance office to make sure there's a right fit. So I can't say it's going to be 80% with students, but I would see more. Over 50% is really starting with those business partnerships and getting those agreements in order.
I'm so excited about this position. I think it's great.
Yeah, me too. This is going to be, this is good. And definitely a highly qualified candidate.
So we have a motion and a second, so we will vote on this. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Okay, next we have a recommendation to elect Alyssa Murphy to the position of ELL Coordinator for grades 6 through 12 at an annual salary of $89,618.
I'll second it.
Any questions?
No, I think I'm excited to see that we're promoting from within, somebody who already has a lot of experience here and knows the students and knows the other staff. I'm glad.
Any questions, Mr. Jones?
No, I'm total agreement. I think it's good to see someone who we've already talked to moving into this position.
Okay, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And now we have a recommendation to elect Ashley Benoit to the position of Assistant Principal at Broad Street Elementary School at an annual salary of $84,000. And would she and Mr. Forrest like to come up? And it was the most interesting interview that I was on this interview committee too, and I participated in it. And it was the only time, may I say, what was unusual about your interview? Is it okay if I say that?
Sure. I hope it's good, but unusually good, right?
She was amazingly pregnant and having labor, having contractions during her interview, and that did not interfere one bit with her answers or her remaining calm, and I was just floored.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy 11 days ago. So
Yay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Thank you.
So, yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your experience here?
Yeah, so I'm Ashley Benoit. I've been the school psychologist at Broad Street for the last 8 years. And so I've kind of assumed a leadership position within our building, overseeing the project achievement program, kind of seeking out alternative positions. I ran the summer school program for 2 years, and have kind of served on other like district initiatives. So when the opportunity presented itself, the timing was a little like, I guess, unusual, right? Didn't really see myself giving birth and giving a new job the same week, but it happens. And so I'm just really looking forward to staying with my people at Broad Street. Broad Street's a very special place. And so I'm looking forward to kind of continuing that legacy in a new role.
Anything to add, Mr. Forrest?
No, I've just had the pleasure of working with Ashley for 8 years. She's one of the brightest, hardest working people that I've met. She was an intern when we hired her. And she knows our school inside and out and the way that she handles kids and families, whether we're in a contentious or other type of situation with them. She's just wonderful, and it's going to be a great thing for Broad Street and the community and the district because we get to hold on to somebody.
That's always good. So I think I'm looking for a motion, or did we make one? We did?
I wrote that you made it. I'll second
Oh,
it.
and you seconded it? Okay, then, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Welcome, we're happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? So when will you actually?
get up yet.
Yeah, when will you actually start in the new role? Because one assumes that you have leave that you're supposed to be taking.
Yes.
That
When
we
the
want you to take.
first day of school with the staff is August 26th, right?
Yep.
So I'll be back August 26th.
All right.
Wow.
So perfect timing.
I mean, the universe works in weird ways, right? So yeah, I couldn't have planned it better, I guess.
Perfect. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
I believe, let's see what else we have on our agenda. Oops. Is that it?
That's all I have.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn our committee meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Oh, what time is it? It's 6:02.
The interest.